Assalamu alaikum students, I hope you all are fine. Students, today we are going to start unit 5, that is computer programming. This unit is about computer programming in basic language. So in this unit we'll see that what is computer programming, what is the purpose of programming, and what are the languages which are used for computer programming, and then we will see that how we can write simple programs in basic computer language, computer programming language. Further we will see some of the operators which are used while programming, and some other concepts like variables, constants, and different types of other statements will be discussed, like declaring variable or initializing variables. All these things related to computer programming will be discussed in this unit. So today we are going to have the introduction of this unit. Introduction. Different computer languages are used for communication between users and computer. See, computer languages are actually the way to communicate or to establish communication between users and the computer. If we want to communicate our requirements, our commands, our needs to the computer, the only way to do this is using any computer language or any computer programming language. Those are called computer languages. Different computer languages are there which are used throughout the world for programming. So those languages are used for communication between the users and the computer. It defines the rules under which programs are written. Every language, whether it is a human language or programming language or computer language, has got some rules to be followed, and those rules actually makes the communication meaningful for both the parties. So every programming language defines some rules under which the programs are written in that specific language. There are hundreds of computer languages in use today. Basic is one of them. Basic is a programming language which is one of those programming languages which are used nowadays throughout the world. Some elements of the basic program will be discussed in this chapter. Introduction to programming. The process of designing and writing computer program is called computer programming. This is the simple definition of computer programming, that the process of designing and writing computer program is called computer programming. The purpose of programming is to create computer programs that enable the computer to do something. Every program is written for a specific purpose, so just to make the computer capable of performing that specific function, or to accomplish that specific task, we used to write computer program. Everything on computer is done by using computer programming. Whatever the software or the program that we have installed in our computer, those are actually written in some computer languages. So whatever we are doing on the computer, this is just because of the computer programs, and the computer programs came into existence by computer programming. Computer programming is a step-by-step process. Like I told you in the previous lesson, that first of all, whenever we are solving a problem, so at the very first place we used to think about that problem, that what would be the possible solution for that problem. Then we have to do the paperwork. For that purpose, we have to evaluate the formulas. If there is any mathematical work involved, we have to make the strategy for that purpose. Then we draw the flow chart for that, which clarifies the picture that whether the solution will be feasible or not, or whether it is fruitful or not. And then after developing the flow chart, we used to convert that flowchart into programming instructions in any specific language. So it's a step-by-step process. If you have skill of computer programming, you can create very useful programs easily that may be utilized in many different fields or industries. Nowadays you can see that in any field of life, different computer programs are used, whether it is education. In education nowadays you can see that we are using multiple application softwares or web-based or desktop applications for programming. Currently when I am preparing a single lecture, so I think I am using 3 to 4 softwares. Like in first place I use Microsoft PowerPoint, which is an application software for preparing these slides. Then if there is a practical work to be shown to the students, so for that purpose I use a video screen recorder. That is also an application software or desktop application. And when that video is recorded, sometimes I used to convert that video into a low resolution format, so I used a video converter for that purpose. Currently I am using any video converter application software. So that is the third software that I am using. And then after producing a complete lesson in video as well as in the PowerPoint slideshow format, I use a web-based application provided by the Google, that is Google Classroom, for my online or internet-based teaching. So different softwares are used for different purposes in education, in industries, in offices. Everywhere you can see that the software is used for their own purposes. Nowadays computer programming is an excellent career, and that is the reason that computer programming is an essential profession nowadays in each and every aspect of our life. Everywhere computers are used, everywhere computer programs are used, and then everywhere computer programmers are needed, and computer programming is an essential component of any industry nowadays. So it's an excellent career to be a computer programmer. Okay, now what is computer program? See, a set of instructions is called a computer program. Set of instructions, set of statements written in any computer programming language is called a computer program, which performs any specific task or which performs any specific functions. These instructions tell the computer what to do and how to do. A computer by itself cannot do anything. We know that without program or without software, a computer is a dead device which cannot perform any function. To solve problems, computers are given a list of instructions that we call computer program, written in a computer programming language. Software is the term used to refer to one or more computer programs. So normally whenever multiple programs are combined together in a single module or in a single unit which performs several tasks, several related tasks to any common goal, so that is called a software, which is a combination of many small programs. So we call it software. That's why they are saying that software is the term used to refer to one or more computer programs. It is the software that brings the hardware to life. Without software, the hardware is dead. Just like the main example you can take that the operating system. Operating system is basically a software. It's a system software. So if there is no operating system in our computer is useless and it is dead. So it's just like a soul for the computer system. And without software, hardware is nothing, or it is useless. Hardware can do nothing without software. Next we have some programming. Okay, next we will talk about the programming language, that what it is actually. A computer language is used for computer programming. It is a means of communication between the user and computer. There are hundreds of computer languages in use today. Different languages are available for writing different types of programs. For example, these languages are used for writing business programs, scientific programs, as well as for the internet programming, etc. So it depends on the domain for which we are writing a program. So different types of languages are used for writing programs for different purposes, like for writing programs, or for making web pages and something like web-based applications. So for that reason we use HTML or HTML5 or PHP or ASP.NET, like software languages are used for that purpose. So different fields recommends different programming languages for writing programs. Commonly used high-level programming language. Some of the commonly used high-level programming languages are briefly discussed below. The first one, BASIC, that we will study in this unit. BASIC stands for, BASIC is actually an abbreviation, and its abbreviation is stands for Beginners All-Purpose Symbolic Instruction Code. So you must remember the abbreviation of this word BASIC. It stands for Beginners All-Purpose Symbolic Instruction Code. It is all-purpose language suitable for business and scientific programs. So normally they are saying that it's an all-purpose language, means that it's a general type of language. You can solve any sort of problem in using basic language, but basically it is used and it is most suitable for business and scientific programs. The programs which are used for business and scientific purposes. Second, we have Fortran. Fortran is also a programming language. Is an acronym of Formula Translation. So it's a short word for Formula Translation. The complete word is Formula Translation. It was basically developed for scientific and engineering applications. So the basic purpose of Fortran language is to write applications in the field of science or scientific applications or engineering applications. Third, we have Pascal. Pascal is also a language, a computer programming language. Pascal, named after Blaise Pascal, who is a scientist, the French mathematician, is all-purpose language. Again, Pascal is also an all-purpose language, and it is named after Blaise Pascal, who was a French mathematician. He invented this language. It is used for solving scientific and engineering applications, just like Fortran. Fourth, we have HTML, Hypertext Markup Language. HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language. So it is used for creating web pages. As I told you that web-based applications or web pages or websites, they are written in HTML. Fifth, we have C and C++. C and C++ are the high-level languages, and they are used for object-oriented programming, basically C++ especially. C and C++ are the advanced types of computer programming languages. these are the versatile languages for any programming task. So they are the powerful languages because they are capable of object-oriented programming. They have got the features of object-oriented programming, especially C++. C and C++, they are almost the same, but C++ is the superset of C language. So C++ has got the features of C as well as some extra features are there in the C++ language. But here in this book or in this course, we will only study the basic language, and the basics of basic language will be studied or learned in this unit. Here I am going to show you an example of basic language, just for your understanding that how it looks like, how the editor of basic language looks like, where to write the instructions of that of any program in basic language, and what how the output will look like. Otherwise we will do all these things practically in the coming lessons. I will tell you that how you will install this IDE or this editor for writing the programs, how you will download this editor, and further how you will write your program, how you will save those programs, how you can run those programs, and how you can see the output. All these things will be discussed in more detail, but here I am just showing you the program which is already written, and I have taken the snapshot of that program written in the IDE. So here in this image you can see, let me pick the pointer. Okay, this is the application with the name QB64, basic 64, something like this. So and the name of this program is Untitled .bas. BAS is the extension for the program which is written in basic language. So this is the IDE. Here in this blue screen we will write our instructions or statements. The first statement is CLS, which stands for clear screen. So before displaying the output of the program, we want to clear the output screen. Then we want to print this statement, I love Pakistan, and after that I want to print another sentence or statement, that is I am Rahil Hussain, and then I want to end my program. So I will write the keyword end. Here you can see that every keyword or reserved word in the language, that is capitalized automatically whenever we type our program. So when we execute our program or when we run our program, the output appears on the black screen, or we call it console. So this is how the output will look like. First of all, the screen is cleared, and then the first sentence, I love Pakistan, is displayed, and after that the second statement, I am Rahil Hussain, is displayed. So this is how the output will look like. So the editor screen is by default a blue screen, and it is also called editor, and as a whole this application is called IDE for basic language. But on the internet, whenever we download it, so it is QB64, the name given to this application, and whenever we execute the program, so it will show the output on the console screen. I love Pakistan, I am Rahil Hussain. This is the output of this program. So I've got so I think you have got a little bit concept of this programming, but if you have got any confusion, so you don't have to be worried about it, because we will discuss all these things in very detail, and inshallah you will get a better understanding of all this. Okay students, that's it for today. If you have any question, you can ask me in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe my channel Computer Tuition Academy and press the bell icon for more updates. Thanks a lot, take care, Allah Hafiz.